Crafting Made Easy. For this tutorial, we will be making gummy bear thumbtacks. So stand by. The items you will need are gummy bear molds. So I got these 3 molds from Amazon. I will put the link or the price of them in the description box below. You will need medicine cups to mix up your epoxy. If you're doing like any micas or alcohol inks or glitter, you will need separate cups for that. I will be using, of course, alcohol inks, and I think I'm going to be using a little glitter. I have not decided yet because it came with this little syringe to kind of pour your whatever you're using the mold for into your mold. So the glitter I think would kind of be too thick or chunky, especially if I'm using chunky glitter. So I'm still on the fence about if I'm going to use glitter or not. But at any rate, whatever you decide to use, do so. A popsicle sticks to mix up your epoxy and your alcohol inks, glitters, mica powders, whatever. And you will need thumbtacks. I got these from Amazon. And you will also need some kind of backing, like these are earring stoppers, or backings I should say, to put on the tip of your thumbtack. So I think that is everything you will need. Of course, you'll need like a silicone mat or something to put on your surface so you don't get epoxy on it if you're messy like me. But if you're not messy, then you don't need it. At any rate, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and mix up this epoxy off camera and I'll be back. Alright, so my epoxy is mixed up. I have let it sit here for quite a while because I was doing another project. So I just kind of let it sit, get the bubbles out of it, let it thicken up just a tad bit. I am using the Paduo epoxy that I showed you in other videos here. Right. I do enjoy this epoxy because the bubbles, I've noticed once you pour it into the mold, they kind of rise to the top, and it doesn't take very much for them to pop. Some of them pop on their own, or the pesky ones, you can just use like a cigarette light, cigarette lighter, or like one of these lighters to kind of pop the bubbles. Or just spray some 91% alcohol on them and they pop. Like I said, I've noticed that they kind of rise to the top on their own and just pop on their own with this epoxy. So I am really enjoying this epoxy hands down. The downside to it is it's only 8-ounce bottles, so you kind of use it up really quickly. And it is kind of expensive off of Amazon, and there's no coupon like I'm used to when you just go to Michael's or Joann's and you can use a 20 to 40% coupon. Amazon offer like a 5% coupon, so I mean that's not a lot. So that's the downside to this epoxy, but the bright side is that the bubbles pop really quickly. At any rate, I put some epoxy into some medicine cups, and I'm going to use a few alcohol inks. This is Marabou's Neon Pink. Then I have Pool by, who is this one? I think this is Ranger. Then Sun Bright Yellow by Pinata. Neon Blue by Marabou. And then I have some glitters. So they're by Marabou also. And one is their color shift. So it says glitter, violet, blue, green, and then this one says glitter, blue, green, gold. So I'm not sure how they'll show up. They're kind of clear in the bottle, so we're going to see together how they kind of pop up into the molds and the mixture. So I'm just going to drop a few drops of the Neon Pink. In there. I'm going to drop a little Pool, and I don't even know if you're supposed to use the color shift glitters on their own, but I'm gonna find out. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try it with the Pool. I'm gonna put the glitter, blue, green, gold in the Pool, like a couple drops in there, and see. Ooh. Oh, I don't know if that caught it on camera, but that is really pretty. So we're going to just twirl that in there. Ooh, that's pretty. It kind of changed the color of the Pool to like a greenish blue. So we'll see. And then I'm going to use it separate on its own as well, just to kind of see what it does on its own. And then I have some glitter. So I'm gonna put the glitter. Yeah, see, this is just kind of clear on its own. So I'm assuming you have to kind of use it with a color for it to really like pop. But yeah, because just the glitter on its own, I mean, you can see some color in there. And I'm not even sure if it's enough color to pull up on the camera, but you can see green and blue, like a gold tint in it. So, and that's weird because you can like only really see it like when you're mixing it. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to just pour the alcohol, not the alcohol ink, the, let me mix this up some more. Pour the, Lord have mercy, the mixture into the mold. That pink is really, really bright. I'm going to try to be as neat as I can. And you're basically just going to fill up the little gummy bear with your color. Really simple. Just fill up each little bear. Yes, I was trying to be neat and still I'm making a mess. Okay. So I'm going to go back and clean that up. I'm going to get a syringe and kind of pull some of that up. You can use the syringe that comes with the mold to do it a little cleaner. That's fine. All right, so all I'm going to do is fill up the rest of these bears and I'll be back. All right, and a little trick I use with the syringes, you can use like a regular syringe. It doesn't have to be like this eyedropper one. And it's just kind of like to suck up any overflow and put it in a different, because I want them to be flush. So if you notice that you have a little too much in one, you can always draw it up with a syringe and just place it in a different one. All right, so that's all I'm doing here, just kind of cleaning it up and making them kind of flush. I think I took out too much on this one. And so that's just a little trick to kind of get them flush. All right, and the glitter I will be using is the fine glitter from Recollections. I got that from Michael's, and then I'm going to be using like this really white Mambo is called, and I got this from Mr. Nola's Glitter. So I filled up the ones that I could. My lighter is out of fluid and I cannot find another one. So I am going to use 91% alcohol. That's what's in this bottle here. Most of the bubbles have risen to the top. So I'm just going to spray. And and that will pop any bubbles that are already on the top. So you can't really see it, but they are popping. If you do have a torch or anything like that, after you spray it, I would not recommend using the torch because alcohol is flammable and you can set your mold on fire. So just beware of that. Now I'll just let this sit for just a little bit and then we'll go to the next step. Alright, so the next step is going to be a bit challenging, a little frustrating, and a tad bit on the annoying side. It is putting the thumbtack into your bears. So I put a few in, and this task is not very easy because you don't want the thumbtack to go too far to the front. That's why I said wait till your epoxy thickens up a little bit. You don't want to wait until it's too hard where you're not able to get the thumbtack in. So just kind of wait a few moments. This part will get kind of messy. And like I said, it will get frustrating because your epoxy may want to move your thumbtack out of the epoxy mold, and it may try to shift your thumbtack, so you kind of have to fight with it a little bit to make sure it's straight and not too far in the front of your bear. So just kind of just take your time when you're placing them. Make sure they are in the right spot where you want them to be before your epoxy cures, because once it's cured, it's pretty much cured. All right, so I'm going to continue to place these thumbtacks in the bears as slow and as easily as I can. Okay, so I'm still over here struggling with these doggone thumbtacks and these bears. So I decided, since this is my first time doing this, I want to kind of see which way I like better. So for these ones over here, I kind of pushed them through to like the middle of the bear. For the rest of them, I'm just going to lay them on the back ever so, that went in upside down, ever so gently onto the backs to see, and I'm not pushing it in. I'm just going to make sure it's straight because you don't want it to be crooked once it's dry. But I'm just going to lay it on there and just see how I like it. If I like it better with it pushed all the way in, well, not all the way in, but into the middle, or do I just kind of like it on the back of the bear? Some of them are sitting up as like I wanted them to. Some are sitting on top of the bears, like on the back of them. And then some are just doing whatever the heck they want to do. So we will see what the final results are. All right, so we are back. It has been more than 24 hours since I have done the gummy bears. So some of them, as you can see, did not come out the way I wanted them to. So this one right here, even after like watching it for a long time, this one got leaned over, this one leaned over, that one leaned over, this one leaned over. So it's a bunch of them that kind of like did their own thing. Some of them did stay straight up, and these ones I just kind of rested on the top because I wanted to see how it was going to look, you know, just to kind of test it out. But like a lot of these kind of leaned over, and it was strange to me because they all set for the same amount of time. But like I said, some of them did what I envisioned and hoped that it would. But a lot of them kind of leaned to the side. And then these ones, they were just annoying me so much. I just ended up taking the thumbtack out and then just like forget it. So I will not give up. I'm going to try again. But first, let me see just how these look. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad. Those are actually cute. Let me see. Actually, I'm going to get a white paper. I find when I get white paper behind it, it kind of... Okay, so now I can't grab the white paper. Grab white paper, it kind of looks... You can see it a little bit better. So, yeah. And then if you see through the side, is set like exactly where I wanted to sit. It's not all the way to the front. So I wanted it to sit like right in the middle. The gummy bear looks adorable. So this one did the pink, some of the pink ones did what I wanted them to do. Alright. So I'm just going to just pop these out. Okay, so for the blank ones, the ones I didn't end up putting a push pin on, what I'm going to do is put like a little bit of UV resin on the back, and I use this UV resin. And I'm going to put the push pin on with the UV resin, just hold it right there, put it underneath the UV lamp. You can use natural sun, or you can use a UV like flashlight to set the UV resin if you don't have a UV lamp. So I'm just going to put that under there for about 2 to 4 minutes and then just see how it holds up. Because I kind of like the ones that I didn't push all the way through. Because see, these ones are the ones I didn't push all the way through. It's just kind of resting on the back of the bear. You can see that. It's just resting on the back of the bear. So I kind of like that one because you're not really seeing the push pin too much in the front like these ones. Well, that one's kind of janky. Let's not look at that one. But like this one, you can see, well, no, that one has glitter. So this one, you can kind of see where the push pin lays at right there. And then you see it in the front. But with the one that's just kind of resting on the back, you don't really see it in the front. You see it on the side, but you see the push pin basically from the back. So both of them will work the same. But I kind of like the way it looks just kind of resting on the back versus it being pushed in. So I do like it pushed in to the glitter one though. I thought that was cute because you can't really see the push pin. So if it's glitter, I think I'll just push it in the middle. But if it's like a regular color, because I really like the way that it's sitting like that. You see? I really like that. I like that style, how it looks. So, I don't know. I think I'll just let it rest. And then even one like the clear one, you can see the gold from the push pin, but it's just resting on the back of the, so I just like gently laid it on the back. I didn't push it into the middle or anything like that. So I like that one better than looking at this one in this clear and you see the push pin, and then you kind of lose some of the pin. And the ones I just rested on the back of them, they actually stayed there. So, which is weird because I would have thought it would have sunk in more, but it just actually rested on the back and it stayed straight versus me putting it in the middle. So, I don't know, because this one got pushed into the middle, but you see it's all the way up in the front of the doggone bear. I'm using my paper for something. So let me grab another piece. So let's see. So this bear, you see the push pin all the way in the front. You see it's slanted. It fell all, like, that's just a hot mess. And that's when I was trying to push it in the middle. So I have quite a few that are janky and I really am not going to be able to use them at all. So those will definitely go in the trash. The ones I will be able to use, I'll probably just use, like I said, for myself. And then kind of perfect it until I get it right before I try to sell them. And then when I do sell them, I'll probably sell them like 10 in a bunch for I don't know, I'll figure out a price, but because you have to calculate the resin and all the other good stuff. I'll do that in a different video on how to price your stuff. But yeah, I'll do it like 10 in a bunch for a certain price, because it's like pointless to sell in one push pin. So I'll probably sell it like 10. But anyway, this is the one with the UV resin. So if you just kept them bare and you just wanted to make the bare the bare bears, if you want to just keep it without, you want to just make it without the push pin, like right here, and you wanted to add the push pin later, you can definitely just put the push pin on the back of the bear like that with the UV resin. And like I said, I think that looks cute. Yeah, it still looks cute because you can't really see it from, like, it looks like that from the back, and you can't really see it too much from the front. So I really like that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the push pins. You can also put little magnets on the back and make them magnets as well. I'll probably do that in a different video if you want to see that, but it'll be like the same steps. You'll just make the resin bears, and you'll actually probably you'll let them dry, and then you'll attach the magnet. But I can do that in a separate video if you like. So if you wanted to see that, just go ahead and put that in the comments down below. If you like this video and the content of this video, go ahead and put that in the comments down below, and also hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching this video but you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. I have other ton of videos coming up, especially on resin and molds, because I love molds, I love resin, and I love alcohol inks. So I like to do different things with alcohol inks. I'm not a big fan of glitter because it kind of gets everywhere, but I will throw in glitter here and there. But for the most part, you'll probably just see me playing with a lot of alcohol inks because I love the versatility of alcohol inks, and I love how you almost can never make a project twice with alcohol inks. So especially when they start swirling and meeting each other, I love that about them. So like I said, you'll see a lot of videos of me using alcohol inks, but I will use other things because I know everyone has different things they like to use, like mica powders. I did just get in some cute mica. Oh my god, they're so pretty, that I brought off Amazon. So I am working on a video for that. So you will see that soon. So like I said, just hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos, because they are coming soon. I'm trying to be more consistent on this channel. My goal is to post at least 2 videos a week.